to Queer as Punk.
There we go.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. I was like, are we good? Perfection.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Queer as Punk Cyberpunks on our new home channel, Princess Forever. My name is Baby, and my co-hostess is Miss Jean Decay.
Hi, everybody.
Today we are fundraising for the Black Trans Femmes in the Arts Collective and the Black Trans Protesters Emergency Fund. And right now we just want to intro the show with our guest speaker. Our guest speaker tonight is Miss Barbie-Q.
The literal icon, the most stunning human being, one of my favorite people in the world.
Am I on? Is this on?
Yeah,
we're good. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
My goodness. I was just about to post on Instagram too, telling people to tune in, but too bad, too sad. First of all, thank you for bringing me on to be part of this event. I think it's so important that Black trans voices are heard at this time, just as much as Black Lives Matter, Black trans lives matter. I am so beside myself with what's going on right now. I've had to take many meditations, many breaks, many self-care, painting my toenails today. I had to do something, to get my mind off of what's going on and think about what I was going to say. I was just in the trans chorus rehearsal and we were discussing in there, and these 4 questions came up and we asked each person to answer them. And I'm gonna say these 4 questions to you, the audience as well. And think very hard about it. 1, who am I? 2, what's wrong? 3, what do I stand for? And 4, what is your vision for change? Okay, I'm gonna say it again. 1, who am I? Me, I'm Miss Barbie-Q / MJ Brown. I am a Black trans femme, non-binary person of color. Okay, I'm a storyteller, activist, entertainer. What's wrong? There's a lot of things wrong. There's a lot of motherfucking things wrong right now. Blacks are being hunted down. Black trans people are being beat down. We got this COVID thing going on. There's a list of things going on that's wrong right now. The next one, what do I stand for? I stand for peace. I stand for healing. I stand for justice. I stand for a seat at the table to change policy. I stand for my art being my protest. My art is my protest. I stand for all the other people of color, because it's not just Black people, it's Latinos, it's Asians, it's Middle Easterns, it's everyone that isn't white that's getting persecuted. Let's not get that twisted. It is all people like that. And I stand for white people understanding their white privilege and knowing when to step back and let others have a seat at the table as well. My vision for change is to be on committees, committees through legislation, to be online with the protests, to stand there and write letters, give money, make money, fundraise, all those things. And I ask you, all of you, who are you? What's wrong? What do I stand for? Because we can't be angry forever. We can be angry and let that invigorate us, motivate us to get things done, to stand up. And I speak to our own LGBTQIA community as well. We got some shit to fix here, honey. We got some shit to fix here. Half of y'all don't even understand what non-binary is. Get that straight. The racism is real. White gay men, understand your white privilege. Understand that when you walk into a room, no matter how fierce you are and flamboyant you are white first. And you will be treated accordingly, as opposed to me walking in, I am black first. And they're looking to see if I'm going to steal something. We have to change that narrative. What is your vision for change? What is your vision? How do we encourage other people to be a part of that vision? If your vision is to burn it all down, what's your vision to build it back up as well? What's your version of that? Burn it all down. I've been hearing that over and over. Burn it all down. Burn it all down. Okay. Burn it all down. I'll give you the matches, honey. But where's your hammer and nails too to build that shit back up? Where is it? We have to be able to have that plan. Because if we let our anger just go, we'll never heal from it. Tell you something. I got this whole thing written, but I'm on the roll now. I went
Go
to a
for it.
body work. Um, I went to a body work healing today. And I know it sounds foo she. I know it was in Highland Park. It was no Mount Washington. You know what I mean. I was like, body work, what? But I went to go get some healing done. And she went in. She laid quiet. She laid hands on me, and the pain, the pain of my ancestors came over me. I thought about I thought about my ancestors who came on a boat, how scared they must have been. I came, oh, my phone's blowing up, people blowing me up. I kept thinking about how much fear George Floyd must have felt with that knee on his neck. I thought how scared Aubrey must have been, joined for a jog and a white car coming up behind him. He just trying to live his life. I thought about all those black women and Tony McDade, how scared he must have been, just trying to live his black trans life and being shot. We got to change. We got to change. We got to change some stuff. We have to. Because if we don't change now, we will have nothing to give our people to the future. We'll have nothing to give our youth. We have to teach our youth that yes, you can burn it down, but we have to have some change here. And I'm not saying don't hold people blame. No, no, no. Miss Barbecue did not say that. We hold people accountable for their actions. Hold those motherfuckers accountable, honey. Big time. But we can't just, we're done and then move on from there. Let this motivate change. I needed that body work done. It started some healing that I have been carrying around with us. And we will carry this with us. The COVID and this, we cannot think 2020 is going to be over and we're not going to carry this with us. Learn how to take it, process it, understand it, be mad at it, and let it go. Okay. I spoke at Elm Communal College for their Pride Week this week. I was their keynote speaker, and I want to read an excerpt from it because I think it speaks to everyone who's within earshot. Because we need to be held up as much as we're protesting right now. Y'all need to hear this. Here it goes. Dear LGBTQIA family, you are strong, you are brilliant, you are light. Understand all the things that are going on right now, all the heartache and fear that has been in your feeds, posting in emails. Let me remind you, in case you may have forgotten, you were built for this. I know it may sound confusing at first to hear. Built to handle a pandemic, built to handle discrimination, built to handle being harassed, excluded, and not understood. And I say this with love and all the strength in my being. A sounding yes. You have been past a thick skin that has survived rocks and bottles being thrown at them. You have been past a resilience that allows us to laugh through tears. You have been past the figurative ostrich feather bow, honey, that you can wear out and proud. You are brilliant, and never let anyone tell you differently. Never let what someone thinks of you deter you from your dreams. You are at a place in your life that your education, along with knowing yourself, will allow you to fly, honey. It wasn't always like that, not for me at least. I grew up the oldest of six children in Pomona, California. We came from a domestic violent household. My stepdad used to hit my mom in front of us and hit me because I wasn't his child. I was called stupid, fat, ugly, worthless, dumb, and lazy so many times I believed it. When my mother got the courage to escape, she instilled in us that we are a black family that will go to college, if not higher. I am proud to say that all of us have a BA or higher in my blood family. But the name calling and the constant outing of who I am before I even knew was there. I was called sissy, faggot, girl, punk from a young age, and moving schools and neighborhoods didn't change that. It followed me. It was like a dark cloud was following me, and I tried so hard to look good on paper at least. I thought if I looked good on paper, you wouldn't see the color of my skin. You wouldn't see that I was effeminate. You wouldn't see all the flaws that I saw as liabilities. You would see me as the capable human being I felt I was. So I threw myself in school. I read every book, got A's in class, raised my hand, kept my nose to the grindstone. I already had my major picked out when I was in the eighth grade. I know it sounds pretentious, but my mother said school is a stepping stone to college, and the names and how they treat you mean nothing. That last part was the hardest part of school. How they treated me meant everything. The parties I wasn't invited to, the cliques and groups I was never quite a part of. I knew everyone at school, but no one really knew me. I was scared of being judged and thought they wouldn't understand me. I barely understood myself. So I went through high school playing the part of the good student, never ditching, going to the right clubs and making sure I looked good on the resume. I graduated with a 3.7 GPA. I was elected class speaker. It was an honor. I never even knew the people saw me. It was right after the valedictorian and salutatorian, and it was an honor voted by the senior class. I went to Cal State Fullerton in 1989. I came out in 1993 after I moved off campus and started doing drag in the clubs in Orange County. Yes, child, 1993. Right before some of y'all was born. When there was no marriage equality, there was no RuPaul's Drag Race, no such things as words for trans, femme, non-binary. There was some LGBTQIA presence on campus, but the acceptance was tepid. There was no pride anywhere, really, except for us existing in our own skin. I didn't even know my own strength. I didn't know that my heritage of the queer community was being passed to me. I didn't know that I would learn that I can be who I am wholly, fully, unapologetically. I love school because I was away from my family. I was able to be free, but somewhere inside, I still felt like I was playing a part. This time, the full-time busy student. I was organized, outspoken, but there are moments I felt lost, like I didn't know what I was doing. The imposter syndrome was real, and I had no clue how to handle it. I had been such a loner for so long, I didn't know how to process the feelings. And with my schedule and working and school and meetings and drag gigs, I got immersed and found myself unfocused. In 1997, that ended up being a horrible year for me. I had too many credits, so not enough for a degree. The school was not letting me have another loan to pay for my classes. I didn't have any money, so I had to leave school and leave my job on campus and move back into my mama's kitchen nook, sleeping on a couch. That was the first time I contemplated suicide. My dear LGBTQIA family, I share this with you because I want you to know that you are not alone. At the time I was going through that, I never felt so alone, like a failure, a statistic. But I was built to go back to school. I was built to know I was worth more than what I was feeling at the time. I was built to get up and know that I am worthy. In 2001, I went back to school, starting at a junior college, and found I didn't stop my love of learning. I found myself on the LGBTA club on campus, but I knew I was going to be okay. I had a certainty of what I was supposed to do, and that is to finish school. And I got my AA in liberal arts, and I transferred back to Cal State Fullerton and got my BA in 2006. It is possible. There's always been a history of our people standing up and making a way for themselves. Okay, about 2 months ago, I got asked to play Marsha P. Johnson in a play called Cholas, Chicanas, and Chisme at Casa 0101 in East Los Angeles. It was 13 vignettes about Latinx histories and stories. One of the writers paid homage to the friendship of Sylvia Rivera and Marsha P. Johnson. Now, I was honored to play such an important person, a trans activist, trans sister in our queer history. Marsha and Sylvia were the ones who stood up in the Stonewall Rebellion in 1969. After multiple raids, arrests, and harassments from the police, they stood up and fought back. They call it the shot glass heard around the world. It was a shot glass thrown through the window that started the rebellion. Don't get it twisted, y'all. We've been marching for 50 years. The friendship of Marsha and Sylvia was legendary. Two trans women standing up to the police, taking in other trans women and non-binary people and queers in their homes and providing support any way they can. You know you were built for resilience and passing it along to others, empowering people to speak their truth. The passion for the cause was infectious. The sad part was until recently, the cisgender gay male community wouldn't even acknowledge them as part of the gay movement. It amazes me when people with privilege can erase history to their own liking. But my LGBTQIA family, we recognize them now. 50 years later, we're able to get married and get divorced. Drag is in the mainstream. Trans is known among most people. Non binary is still finding a place in the lexicon of everyone, but we still have some ways to go, child. 50 years of LGBTQIA rights, and we're still trying to get a seat at the table in some places. Knowing our history, knowing that others have paved the way with their blood, sweat, protests, and tears makes me proud, and I hope I can instill in you that you are worthy of your queer heritage. I would be remiss if I did not speak of the 50 years of the movement, if I did not mention the intersectionality we've come to. Let me define intersectionality. I got it from Google. Intersectionality is the theory that overlap of various social identities as race, gender, sexuality, and class contributes to the specific type of systematic oppression and discrimination experienced by an individual. Okay? I would describe myself as Black, queer, trans femme, non binary, child of a single mother, oldest of six, grew up poor, college dropout, college reentry, drag queen, activist, performer, entertainer, writer, storyteller, producer, singer, actor, radio host, event planner, California, and so on. I am helping people understand my perspective when I tell them all this. I'm also opening up myself to stereotypes and what people think of those intersections. It also opens up to people being able to ask questions. We were built to ask. We were built to question. We were built to change. We were built to evolve. If we do not evolve, we perish. Understand this, my beloveds. This is the first 50 years of queer history. We have a chance to make new history every time we wake up, every time we go to school and we are visible, every time we walk on the street, we are visible. Every time a person is educated on who we are and understands that we are resilient, we are strong, we support each other, we call each other on our stuff, but we are built for so much more. So I ask of you, what are you built for? How do you think you can be of service to the community? How can you make sure no one else is oppressed in your immediate circle? Being built for this means you have to work at it. Work at making sure you get your homework done, take finals, pay your bills, honey, call people, connect, know yourself. These 50 years, I hope, have helped your generation trust who you are, trust that you can achieve. I'm going to end with this. I want to tell you that it's okay. It's okay to be exhausted. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. You are the future. You have the chance to change how things will go this day forward. You have a chance to call out people on their racism, homophobia, transphobia, misogyny, and other things that keep people down. It is human nature to want to keep others down, but we can go against that if we condition ourselves. Understand that it is a condition that can be reconditioned, and strive to move past it and make it better for those who are among us now and those coming after us in the future. We have a chance to make it right. We were built for this family. We were built to strive, built to achieve, built to persevere, built to dance, built to yell, built to organize, built to love, built to fuck, built to laugh, built to create change, built to forgive, built to hold accountable, built to create space that has never been created before. Question is, are you ready for that challenge? Thank you, Chris Punk. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Jean Decay, for allowing me to speak. I love you both so much.
I love you too, Miss Barbie-Q. Thank you so much for speaking truth to what's going on. I'm not gonna get. I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna do it. But I'm like, God, you're gonna get me starting.
No,
but,
no, you're gonna get me started.
We were built.
You, Miss Barbie-Q, have been that voice for so many in our community. You have spoken and guided my life and my professional career since it started, and you have done that for so many others. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for how wonderful and amazing a person you are, and thank you for coming on right now. Um, Before you go, I do want to ask you. I know there's a lot of performers that are watching our show. There's a lot of performers who maybe haven't talked about social justice as much. Maybe performers who are new. I just want to know if you have any words for them.
To performers and stuff that are new to social justice and stuff, it's okay if you don't want to step into it. It's okay if you don't want to, but make space for those who do. Your like I said, your art is your protest. Putting on this hair and painting this face is protest. And know that it is, and we can grow in that. Absolutely grow in that. When I first started doing drag, I didn't know my drag was a protest. I just wanted to look fierce. I still do. Just saying.
True.
25 years later, you know. But for those starting out, and understand that we were put in this game for a reason. We as performers, we have our own history within the LGBTQA community because we're up in the forefront, and this is our platform. So use it wisely. Have fun, create, inspire others to create, but always stay approachable. Always stay approachable, and always stay approachable to evolve and change. We should be evolving and change as artists. We should evolve and change as people. Absolutely. And honor your elders.
Know your history.
Know your history. Know your history, honey. But I say this to everyone who's listening and so forth. Reach out. You can always reach out to me. Jean and baby know that you reach out to me. I'm here for you. I want to be there for anyone that's going through it because we need each other right now. Yeah. Very much so. We need each other more than ever.
Yeah.
Just don't be bringing no COVID.
Wear a mask first.
Wear a mask, bitch.
Barbie, we have some viewers asking what your personal Venmo and Cash App is so that they can tip you. So we want to go ahead and give that for them.
Oh, actually, I think I have it. I have my Venmo in my words, my name here.
I got it. Okay. At MJ dash
Barbie.
BAT. Oh, it's okay. Barbie. It says Batby on the thing.
Oh, it does. I didn't have my glasses on.
Okay. MJ dash.
Hold on.
MJ dash Barbie-Q.
Yeah, MJ dash Barbie-Q.
Got it.
I'm putting it in the group chat now for everybody who's watching. Yes.
Oh, there it is. And thank you though. Thank you all.
But thank you so much again for coming on. I know that I've texted you this before, but you're such a pillar of light and like positive energy in the Los Angeles drag community. And I mean, I met you probably when I first started 5 years ago, and you're just somebody that I've always looked up to so much for your work and performance and activism. And I can't thank you enough for coming on tonight and saying everything that you did. And thank you so much.
Thank you for providing a platform for Black trans people. Right now more than ever, I feel like people are finally listening to me. All of a sudden, everyone wants to know what I have to say, so I got to write stuff down. But I know that I was built from the get-go for resilience. We were built to survive all of this shit. You know what I mean? We were built to figure it out, put some glitter on it, and move on. You know, absolutely.
There's one performance I remember specifically. I mean, there's many, but the one number that has always hit me, and I've been thinking about it even before I knew you were going to be on here, is your number from Nina Simone, I Got Life. Now, if y'all have not seen that number, I have to imagine it's online. I've seen it live. I've been blessed to see it live a few times. That number, that's what's, to me, that was activism, and that was performance, that was power. I don't think, to this day, there has not been a performance I can remember that had the same energy, the same happy, like everything. I don't know what the word would be, but I know in food it's umami, when it's like everything encompassed together. But it was the umami of a number. I always think about that number. Even when I'm creating, I think about that number. I think about that number right now. Please, everybody, if you haven't already seen Miss Barbie-Q's work, please use Google. Miss Google over there. I don't know who put that name.
That's such a trip. I could be Googled.
Well, yeah, you can be. And there's so many videos of you on YouTube. I was looking them up the other day because I just wanted to listen to you speak, honestly.
Aww, that's so funny. It's so trippy. Like you gotta Google yourself once in a while. Like I'll Google myself and they'll be like, oh look, there's stuff there. Oh my god. Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, look at these people giving me tips. How sweet.
More. Give her more.
Give her more money.
I don't even expect that. I don't even expect that. I just want to be here for you as much as I can. So
thank you. Okay. Any things coming up that we can watch online? Any events that'll eventually be open? Anything you want to plug in real quick before we head out?
Oh my gosh. I'm doing so many events for this month. One of the main ones I wanted to promote was there's a play called Comb Your Hair or You'll Look Like a Slave. It's written by my friend Lily Jackson. I've done this play. It's about 13 to 14 vignettes of Black women and Black femmes in her hair. And it's going to be on Zoom. If you go to the Black Light Arts Collective, the RSVP is on there. I'm really excited to be working with these Black women, talking about our Blackness. And we were doing this before the protest. So now see how universe just brings it all together, because being Black and being femme is a whole different experience. and Lily doesn't hold anything back about talking about whiteness, talking about black men, talking about men in general, talking about cisgender people. She doesn't hold anything back. So her stuff is powerful. So yeah, we're doing that on Juneteenth, which is the Black celebration day that slaves were freed, June 19th. It's called Juneteenth. So we're doing it on Juneteenth at around 6 p.m. I think.
If you want to send me the flyer and stuff, we could
Yeah.
put it on Queer as Punk's Instagram and promote it for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. But I'm doing other stuff, doing something with Celebration Theater. I'm doing a storytelling thing next week on injustice. I'm doing something for This Way Out. I'm reading from Janet Mock's book, her autobiography, Defining Realness. I'm applying for grad school. Yeah, I want to get my master's in social work. Because there's not enough trans femme people in that work.
Let's talk after Queer as Punk too, because I have people. So let's talk. Oh my, I got you. No worry.
We'll raise each other up.
Yes.
We'll raise each other up. Okay.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbie-Q, for being here. Thank you for your words.
Yeah.
Everybody, please follow Miss Barbie-Q LA on Instagram. You can, and we'll put on Queer as Punk the show on Juneteenth. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and go to our band.
Yeah, we're gonna go to our band, our music.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll see you in a bit. Thank you, Miss Barbie-Q.
Oh yeah. So our music that we have coming up is by our LA locals. They are called Punk Crush. So let's give it up for them. Yes.